How's it going? It's Luke with Stevens Commercial Painting. I'm out here at the Arlington Highlands in Arlington, Texas. I want to tell you guys what we're doing out here at the Plaza Forum. The Arlington Highlands, it's a pretty popular place, especially around summertime, spring break, and obviously Christmas time during the holidays for the shopping. So this area used to be, it's like a running water creek. It had been that way since the Highlands had opened, but they were wanting to revitalize it because it was kind of not really getting as much use as it had originally when the place had opened up. So they came up with a new design. They offered the project out, a GC won the contract, and they got to work revitalizing this space. We're a solutions-based company, and we're also friends with the Arlington Highlands. So as we were out here doing some other projects at some other places, taking signs down, patching up stuff, painting areas, we noticed that the fences had been up for a little bit longer than they should. So we started asking questions. We started trying to figure out maybe where the project was having some hiccups. And then we started providing some consultation for how we could get this thing across the finish line and turn what was maybe looking like a problem into a massive win. I'm standing at the far end of the South Plaza. So I'm going to show you a couple of images of what this looked like while construction was happening and some of the challenges that they had to deal with. So right over here in this concrete seat wall, as you can see in the image, it looked really rough, and that was going to be really hard for someone to be able to sit on, and it wasn't really inviting. So they were talking different ideas about maybe laminating a smooth coating over it. We were worried about delamination and long-term maintenance. So we provided what we think is a fantastic solution. We went over it with a block filler to cover over the texture and the pinholes. And then we did 2 coats of a masonry coating that's really easy to clean. It's Loxon self-clean. So whenever you've got pollen or dirt buildup, and you just get a rainstorm or a simple water hose, it washes it away and it keeps that bright shine and that shimmer for many years to come. Another challenge that they were having is the concrete company came out and they had stamped all the concrete, but there's an issue where they just weren't coming back out to finish up with the wet sealing. And that was another one of the delays. So we simply suggested, like, we know how to wet seal. And it was as simple as that. So they asked for a price. We talked about doing potential like semi-transparent stains before we went over it with a wet seal. We did several test areas to make sure that we had the right tone of color and the right sheen finish before we applied over the whole area. After we signed off on our test areas, then we got to work, and it just turned out fantastic. Real easy to be clean, real easy to maintain. This concrete pathway is gonna look great for a long time. So there you have it. We did the concrete patio, we did the wet sealing, the client's happy. If you've got a project that's similar to this, you've got concrete that's ugly, give us a call. We'll come out there, we'll make it pretty. That's what we do. We're a solutions provider and we're here for you.